All right, as I told you all week, we're getting a little tougher here. We're going to start multiplying two matrices together. And there's a reason why I didn't group this into last couple of weeks with adding and subtracting, because it's not the same. I wish I could stand up here and say, hey, we're going to take 10 minutes right now and say, all right, whatever's in the first spot in matrix 1, whatever's in the first spot in matrix 2, multiply them together and you're good to go. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. All right, it does not work that way. Remember, with addition and subtraction, they needed to be the same size, right? The two matrices had to be the same size. Yes, with multiplication, but they don't have to be. Right? They don't have to be the same size to multiply, but they do have to follow a certain rule. And don't get nervous. What I have up on the board is not in your notes. We're just going to do a lot of practice if I can multiply or not right now. All right? So here we go. When can I multiply a matrix? When is it okay? When the number of columns in the first one matches the number of rows in the second one. The number of columns in the in the first one matches the number of rows in the second one. And I know that sounds like a mouthful, but here's how we're going to determine. Ready? How big is this first matrix?
3 by 2.
3 by? How big is the second matrix? Here's how you're going to figure out if you can multiply or not. The number of columns in the first one matches the number of rows in the second one. If those two inside numbers match, you can multiply. All right, Alexa.
Are there because I know in one question it was like J something. Are there numbers like X and Y for those, or is it just like
will I have variables inside here?
No, for just the order.
Variables? No.
Okay.
Nope. No. Now, keep going. Okay, we can multiply. And on top of this, the two outside numbers will tell you how big your answer is. So my answer is going to be what type of matrix? 3 by 2. All right? So that's the power of writing down how big they are and knowing how big they are. So go to the second one. How big is this matrix? 2 by 3. And I want to multiply it with a? Doable? Again? I know one doesn't, do the job. Good here? So I can multiply. What's your answer going to be? How big is your answer going to be? 2 by 2. And I'll tell you how to fill in all those today. But I just want to get practice right now at a bunch of them. Can I multiply or not? Because I'm going to throw a couple in there to keep you on your toes that you can't do. All right? And those are the nice ones because I just get to go to the next one. What about 7 up here? How big's the first one? 3 by 1. And how about the second one?
1 by 2.
Doable?
Yes.
All right. And I know it doesn't seem like it because I only have a few numbers here, but how big is my answer going to be? A 3 by 2. 3 rows, 2 columns. And I know some of you are looking at it like, how is he going to get that? We'll figure it out. What about 8?
2 by 3.
2 by 3 multiplied by a?
2 by 3.
Doable?
No.
Don't force it. Don't force it. Okay? Don't force it. If it's not doable, just go on to the next one. Don't even look at it. All right? So not doable. A couple more before I show you how to actually multiply. Size?
3 by 2.
3 by 2. Asking you to multiply it with a? Doable? How big's the answer going to be? 3 by 2. Okay, a couple more because we're picking this up now. 10. How big is the first one? 2 by 2. Ooh, how about that one? 2 by 1. Doable?
Yes.
And then my answer is going to be a 2 by 1. All right. A little bit bigger here. 11. Size?
4 by 3.
Times a?
3 by 2.
Would I be able to multiply them?
Yes.
And get a?
4 by 2.
All right, last one. 4 by?
2.
Times a?
2 by 3.
Could I multiply them? And what's my answer going to be, a?
4 by 3.
Okay. All right, we're ready here now.
Yep.
You know how to, if you can or not, and how big the answer is going to be. Now how to actually fill in the answers now. At any time, you need me to restate something, go over something again, ask. Because I know this is not going to be the easiest until we get a couple under our belt. Do not panic after I show you the first one. The first one's always awkward. All right? We got more reps to do today. More reps. All right, so here we go. I got matrix A and matrix B. Part A, do A times B. First thing, you better check if we can or not. Not that I would do that to you on the very first one, but hey, you do want to check. So I got what type of matrix in A? 2 by 2. And matrix B?
2 by 2. Wait, my pencil.
Doable.
Yes.
Okay, and all right, now what's my answer going to be?
2 by 2.
Okay, now I want you to build it. Build a 2 by 2 right now. And then what do I mean by build it? Put some blank lines in so it looks like a 2 by 2 matrix. So 2 rows, 2 columns. So at least I have a visual of what my answer is going to be. Now we got to figure out what numbers to go there. Next thing I want you to do is label what's inside. What do I mean by label? This one right here is row 1, column 1, isn't it? Everyone agree? Row 1, column 1. So I'm going to put R1, C1 right there. What do you think that stands for? Row 1, column 1 is going to, and I'll show you why that's so important here in a minute. How do you think I'll label the one to the right? Whoa. Oh, row 1, right? We're still in row 1, but now it's column 2. Bottom left is row 2, column 1. And then how about here? Row 2, column 2. Are you ready now?
Yep.
Here's where we actually get to the multiplying part. Let's do row 1, column 1, and let me show you how to get that number out of row 1, column 1. You take your first matrix and you tell me what's in row 1. Give me everything that's in row 1 in the first matrix. 2 and 3. Times. Give me everything in the second matrix that's in column 1. Column 1. Column 1, second matrix. 0 and 5. You only take rows in the first one, and you only take columns in the second one. Now, what the heck does all this mean? Now let's start multiplying. 2 times 0. 3 times 5. And you add them as you go along. So guess what number is going to go in row 1, column 1? 15. There you go. Again, I know it's awkward the first time. Rows from the first matrix times columns from the second one. Ready? Now let's do R1, C2. Row 1 in the second matrix again is what? 2 and 3 times column 2 in the second matrix. 1 and multiply their positions and add them together. So 2 times 1 plus 3 times 6, which is 18. What's going to go in that second spot? 20. Ready? Row 2, column 1. Row 2, column 1. Remember, the first matrix is always the rows. The second matrix is always the columns. What's in row 2?
4, 7.
Okay, so I got 4, 7 times column 1, 0, 5. All right, what are my numbers here? 4 times 0 is 0. 7 and 5, 35. So what's going to go in the bottom left here? 35. You're always doing a row times a column. One more. R2, C2? All right, wait, you tell me. R2. 4, 7 times C2. 1, 6. What two numbers are you going to add together? 4 and 42. 46. There's your 2 by 2 matrix. I understand. Some of you go way above and beyond here. There might come a time. There might be a time when you get real good at this. You don't need to show me all this. You can just go row 1, column 1, and just do that in your head and write the number down. I'm okay. I'm just letting you know I'm okay with that. All right. If you get to that point, you don't need to show all this work. Okay. I'm okay with that. All right. But for now, I'm going to be listing out every single row and column here. I know it's only the first one, but anything you want to ask. You always have to take a row in the first one and a column in the second one. Okay? Is everyone all right if I skip part B?
Yep.
AB minus 2A. I just, for time's sake, what would I do here? Take my AB matrix minus what? 2 times matrix A, which you've done the last couple weeks, and then subtract them, right? Okay? So I'm not too concerned about that. All right, I just want to get more practice multiplying. So let's go to 2. Part A says do AB, A times B. Well, can I? Remember, you always got to, don't assume. Check, can I? Okay, whoa, how big's the first one? 1 by 3, and I'm asking you to multiply that with A? Oh boy. So I can do it. I can. What's your answer going to be? Which basically means what? One answer. And that's going to be row 1 and column 1.
Oh, I think
It's not that bad. So here you go. Row 1, column 1. Let's see what we got. What's in row 1?
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Times everything in column 1 in the second one. 4, 5, 6. And that's all I need to do. So what do you got? 4 plus 10 plus 18. Yep. And what's my number in there?
32.
32. Oh, we're not done here. We got part B now. Is everyone all right with that? How I just got one of them. All right, now I'm doing this next one just to prove a point. Everyone agrees 6 times 4, same as 4 times 6, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't work for matrices, though. A times B is not the same as B times A. Okay, not the same. So I don't want anybody getting that mindset that my answer here is going to be also 32. All right, so part B. Let me just do this because I'm going to do. Let me put B first, and then A second, and you guys will see right away when we check why I'm not going to get the same answer. Again, how big is this first one now? Now the 3 by 1 here, and the 1 by 3 here. Still, can I still do it? Yep. How big's this one going to be? Ooh, 3 by 3. Molly, go.
And a question like this, would the rules then change if you didn't rewrite it, like how you would do it? Because
the row would still, when I do a row, it'd have to come from B now. When I do a column, it has to come from A.
Okay.
See what I mean?
So it's
whatever comes first, I got to take the rows from, and whatever comes second, I got to take the columns. So I'm good?
Yeah.
All right. So here we go. 3 by 3. Build it. Ooh, how are we going to? Doesn't seem like we're going to be able to get 9 numbers from those, right? And again, I'm going to keep doing this. Again, you get to be a pro at this. I'm not expecting any of this. What's your deal? Okay, then you don't have to do it. I just feel more comfortable showing it this way until we get decent at this. I don't know if anybody started doing it, but this is going to go pretty quick. Row 1, I probably won't even show all 9 actually. Row 1, column 1. What do you got to multiply?
1 by 4.
4 and that's it, right? That's it. That's all that's there. Row 1 is a 4 and column 1 is a 1. Column 1 is a 1. So we're going to have 4.
I thought you.
There's no second numbers though, Ava, right? To add to it.
What do you mean?
There's no second. Look, I right here where I go here. I erased it already, but I had to do what? I had to do 1 times 4 plus 2 times 5, right? Plus 3 times 6. But there's nothing else, right? Row 1 only consists of 1 number, not 2 or 3. See what I mean? So there's no reason to add. Good question. Good question.
Yeah.
That sounded like a question.
I don't know.
So go ahead, take this. Row 1, C2. What do you got?
Row 1. 4 times 2.
Yep. So what's going to go there?
8.
8. Yep. I know this is a bold move.
Whoa. Oh wow.
What's going to go in row 1, column 3? Row 1, column 3. 4 times 3, right? Which is 12. Row 2, column 1. Row 2, column 1. 5.
10. 15.
Row 2, oh, now we want to be a big shot. Yeah.
6, 12, 18.
15.
I my basic math. Yo, my dad got me crying at the.
Anything here? Ready for row 3? What do we got? 6, 12, and
My times table.
18.
Just for I remember those. That was the day.
Anything here? Elliot, what's up?
So how was your answer for the first one? How is it 1 number versus like 9 numbers?
Because now, take a look. In my first one, my number of rows was 1. My number of columns was 1. Now I switch it. My number of rows now, Elliot, is 3. And my number of columns now is 3 as well. So the rows and columns increased, so therefore my matrix increased. Good deal?
Yeah.
All right. I think it's just because we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably. All right, next one here. Yeah, I know you don't, because I added in a couple extras, because we need more than just this one here, and you'll see why. All right.
Lizzie already saw it.
Whoa. Just don't start doing. We got to check first. How big's this one? 2 by 4, and I'm asking you to multiply it with a 2 by 2. Done. Cannot do it. Number of columns doesn't match the number of rows, so cannot multiply. It's going to happen from every once in a while. Okay, we definitely have not done enough here. So here is problem number 4. So if you wouldn't mind copying that down so we could do this one. We got 2 more to do, and I got a second one here to do as well. Yeah, I know. Sorry. You're actually going to do that one on your own. See if we can do this. All right, I think we know the answer is yes. I wouldn't have had you write this down just to say no, but just to check, How big's the first one?
3 by 2.
3 by 2. Second one? 2 by 2. We're good? What's the size of the answer? 3 by 2. So 3 rows, 2 columns, 6 entries. All right, ready to help me fill it in? R1, C1. Take our time. What's in row 1?
3 and negative.
Now we're going to add, right?
Yeah.
Times what's in column 1?
Negative 1.
So we have what? Negative 3 plus negative 5. So row 1, column 1 will be a negative 8. And again, you don't want to show this. Some of you guys can just go boom, boom. All right, do it in my head. Go. Fine. Just take your time, though. What do you want to do? Do you want to go rows or columns?
Rows.
Keep in the row. All right, row 1, column 2. Row 1, column 2 now.
3 negative 1.
Still 3 negative 1, but now it's going to be 6 4. So I got 18 plus minus or plus a negative 4. 14.
This is giving me a headache.
Ready for row 2.
Yeah.
R2, C2.
Wait, C2.
C1, sorry. Got me there.
It's gonna mess me up.
Okay, it's one. We're 1 and 1 now. Good. We're tied. Row 2, column 1. Negative 3 and 6 now with negative 1 and 5. 3 and 30. Ooh.
3 3.
R2 and C2. Any issues here? I'm just assuming everyone's working on their own here.
I'm working.
Negative 3 and 6. Column 2, 6 and 4 again.
Negative 18.
Negative 18 plus 24.
Whoa.
6.
Yes.
And then 2 more. Row 3, column 1.
Row 1.
Column 1, negative 1, 5. Again, you can only take rows from the first matrix and columns from the second one. 6 and 30. Nope. Shoot. Yep, great. Yep. Negative 6 here. Sorry. 6
No,
and
it's negative 30.
minus plus a negative 30.
No, negative.
Negative 24.
It would still be a negative. What? Why would it be negative 6?
No. The 30. 5 times negative. 5 times negative.
I got it right. I read it right here.
And then the last one, R3, column 2. Negative 6, negative 6, multiplied now with 6, 4. So last one, negative 36 plus negative 24. Ooh. Negative 60, thank you.
Are you sure? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Questions there? Think you can do one on your own? Okay, I want to at least have time to walk around and help you guys out. There it is. I tried to keep it smaller for the last one.
Let me see if I
It's doable. Relax.
can. I'm already.
What am I going to do? What am I going to say? A no to that one? Okay, go ahead.
Is this the last one?
This is the last one. Yep, last one. Short one here, I
You
think.
can do it.
That's so uncomfortable.
That's gonna be, don't say anything. This game is talking out loud.
You know what? I don't actually. 1 o'clock yet? It's the afternoon. I don't think shit.
Whoa. Hey, yo.
Calm yourself.
I don't know how to do this.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
Wow.
Stop it.
Sorry. No, I don't. I'm confused.
Where are you going? Where we're getting confused.
At the whole thing.
Well, you know you got to get a 1 by 2 out, right?
Yeah, I did
So ready?
that.
Row 1, column 1. I'm going to put the answer up in a second.
This is row 1, the column.
I actually don't know. I'm going to put it up here in a second. I don't remember first.
I don't know what this is.
You just said
It's 9 plus 12, 22. 12. 3 times 4. What do you mean? 3 times 4. He's literally doing it right now.
No, I know, but you multiply those two.
I'm not multiplying. I said add.
You doggies fight.
Okay, we're not supposed to add. I'm not. I'm multiplying.
No, I didn't.
That's why. Wrong.
No.
I did my wrong.
Okay, guys. Stop. Tell Parker.
No, that-
You didn't even listen to
I don't even know. Look who's the one that got it wrong. 18 minus 24.
We just did a 6.
Yeah.
Should get 21 and -6 as your 2 numbers inside.
I did that. Kind of on my own.
Back to the Delta Math assignment on Monday, all right?
Yeah, I was like, I'm not doing that. Wow, that's so early.